What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm out driving in the Oregon Outback right now. So, last April 2019, in case you're watching this a couple years down the line, I went out to Honesdale. If you've been following along on this channel, you know that I've found what I consider the best town in America, best small town in America, and it's Honesdale, Pennsylvania. So I had plans to move out there and kind of talked it over with the family, and they kind of put the kibosh on it because they didn't want to uproot out of Oregon. So I understood. But we did decide to look at getting some extra property out there for like a summer home, you know, vacation home type thing. So that's what I did. I went out to Honesdale and I met with a real estate agent. But while I was there, I get a lot of questions from people about why do I think it's so good? What's so special about it? And it's the atmosphere, it's the people, but it's also the stats. You know, next to no crime, great schools, great hospital in Honesdale. So while I was there, I, talked to some people, and I was able to talk to people that, A, the sheriff, B, the superintendent of schools, and C, the head of the hospital there in Honesdale. So I went and talked to all of them, and I just basically had them tell me about what they got going on there because it's a special town, and I wanted to share it with you. So this is the video, this is the footage I got of all of them. And the beginning is Tim. He's my RE/MAX agent, and RE/MAX is not paying me to do this. I'm just doing it because that's what I do. But Tim showed me around, showed me some really great homes, and I'm going to let you see those. So let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Tim Meir, a real estate broker, owner of 3 RE/MAX real estate offices in Wayne County, Pennsylvania. One right here in Honesdale, Pennsylvania, one in the Lake Ariel and Lake Wallenpaupack area, and one in northern Wayne County. We have multiple types of homes and properties in our area. Colonial homes that have been completely restored in the historic section of Honesdale, to large lakefront properties, river properties, smaller farms and farmettes, large acreage properties, ranging in all different prices, from nice little houses in historic villages ranging from $125,000 up to large farms and everything in between.
So that's Tim. He's my RE/MAX agent. Him and his father owned the RE/MAX there in Honesdale, and they owned a couple other ones, and like one in New York. The guy knows what he's talking about, especially this area. You know, he grew up here. They know what's going on. Dirt cheap homes to really, really nice lakefront properties. This is one of the first ones I looked at. This one is like 3 stories with a garage. It's got a pool. That green thing there from the aerial view, that's actually the pool. That's not like some pond that's green. That's the cover, has rain on it. But it's a really nice house. Not bad. Now, just to show you that this isn't all just giant properties and, beautiful estate type homes, I wanted to show you some of the ones that are a little closer to town that are reasonable. Fixer-uppers, whatever. Great for a couple maybe starting out, or someone that's just looking, finally own something that's relatively inexpensive. They've got a lot of homes that are in the $100,000 range, which is not bad for such a beautiful town. So after I looked at real estate, my second stop was at Wayne Memorial Hospital, where I got to talk to the CEO of the hospital, David Hoff. We decided to shoot the video in this room that has this very expensive piece of machinery that needs to be air conditioned 24 hours a day, just like my wife. But the humming in the background is the air conditioning. We couldn't do anything about it.
Hi, I'm David Hoff, the Chief Executive Officer of Wayne Memorial Hospital in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. A lot of times when people think community hospital, they think just generalized medical and surgical services. Here at Wayne Memorial Hospital, we are very different. We have a lot of specialized services at the hospital. I'm standing in front of our a cardiac cath machine. We introduced cardiac cath to our community here several years back. We'll be 3 years old very shortly. And we also have not only interventional cardiologists on our staff, we have general cardiologists, we have surgeons, we have orthopedic surgeons, we have OBGYNs, we have ENTs, the list goes on and on and on. So we're much more than just a community hospital. We have a level 4 trauma center here at Wayne Memorial. It is an advanced center that allows us to perform surgical, emergency, and medical procedures that we would not otherwise perform. We have a designation as a primary stroke center that allows us to take care of patients suffering from stroke-like symptoms or strokes. And intervention is key when you're having a stroke, and getting here at Wayne Memorial as opposed to traveling out of our area can mean the difference between a good outcome and a bad outcome. Yeah, we have a hematology and oncologist specialist here at the hospital. We have an infusion program and a chemotherapy clinic. We offer many advanced services for the patients suffering from various cancers, as well as people coming in who might be suffering from a blood disorder that need infusion services. We also have a general inpatient rehabilitation unit, which takes care of people suffering strokes or have multi-skeletal injuries. We are one of the few inpatient rehab units in Northeast Pennsylvania. You know, all the successes here at Wayne Memorial Hospital, again, are a result of really a team effort. Volunteers, board, staff, and the community really making this thing tick. We're one of the few independent hospitals here in Pennsylvania, and we're growing. We are thriving. We're really excited about our future.
So after the hospital, I headed up the Wayne Highlands School District and talked to the superintendent, Greg Frigoletto. One of Honesdale's great things is the school district, so I thought maybe I'd head up there and talk to a staff member or something like that. Maybe I'd get lucky and speak to a vice principal. I got the superintendent. You gotta love someone that goes above and beyond for something they're passionate about, and he is. I kinda get the vibe that if he won the lottery tomorrow, he'd keep showing up for work. Here's Superintendent Frigoletto.
Hi, my name is Greg Frigoletto. I'm the superintendent of Wayne Highlands School District. I've been blessed to be here at Wayne Highlands for 25 years. I'm in my current role of superintendent for 8 years. I spent most of my years here at Wayne Highlands as an administrator, but I started in the elementary classroom because of the love I have for kids. That's what drew me into the business, but I'm thrilled to be here and thrilled to be serving the district as superintendent. So Wayne Highlands School District is in the northeast part of Pennsylvania, as far northeast as you could go. It's an interesting district where we are the second largest district, square mile wise, in the entire state of Pennsylvania. We actually cover over 435 square miles, which is hard to believe. The great part about those 435 square miles is that they're the most picturesque, beautiful scenes and landscapes that you'll find in the entire state of Pennsylvania. From mountains to rivers to you name it, we have it. And it's a beautiful place not only to live, but to also raise kids. And that's where Wayne Highlands School District comes in. When we talk about achievement, there are many different mechanisms that can measure achievement. We know there's the standardized tests that are across the state that measure that success in regard to academic achievement. We also know that there are other ways that it's measured. A couple years ago, out of the Pittsburgh area, the Pittsburgh Gazette did a report on ranking all the school districts across the state when they were looking at two pieces of demographic: achievement levels and demographics. What they did then is combine those two things and created a list of schools ranked from number 1 to 500 and how they achieve. Wayne Highlands School District ranks second. We were the second most overachieving district in the entire state of Pennsylvania. One of the other things that we know is our sole responsibility is to make sure that when students leave here, they're prepared for what's next. Wayne Highlands School District has great success in making sure that when students leave here, they're one of two things. They're either college or career ready. We know that we have over 80% of our students that leave here that head towards a post-secondary experience, whether it be a 2-year or a 4-year college degree, or whether it's an on-the-job training in some sort of vocational experience. Aside from that, we've also started to add amazing career technical programming at our district so that we can prepare our students who might not necessarily think that college is their pathway. We're looking at a multitude of ways that we can provide opportunities to students to prepare them for what's next so that they can be successful and hopefully come back to our community. At Wayne Highland School District, one of the things that our school board, our administration, and our community values is what we can offer to students not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom. Our school district has a long, proud tradition of extracurricular activities both in the fine arts and the practical arts, but also on the athletic field. Anybody that's come through Honesdale High School and is a graduate of Honesdale High School, it's a guarantee that forever they bleed red and black. We're known as the Hornets, and it's something that we carry with us forever.
Last but not least, we have the crime stat. Everyone always wants to know about crime for whatever location they're moving to. The good news is Honesdale doesn't have any. They don't have any major crimes here. It's a nice town. This in part has to do with the decent people that live there and the law enforcement, obviously. I was lucky enough to get some time and talk to the sheriff of Wayne County, who's there in Honesdale. His name's Mark Steelman. So he sat down and, answered some questions for me, told me about himself. Here's Sheriff Steelman.
My name is Mark Steelman. I'm the sheriff of Wayne County. I've been a resident here the majority of my life. My family's from here. My grandfather owned and operated an undertaking business here in town. I went to school here. I went to college at the University of Scranton. Joined the sheriff's office in 1999. I left for a while. I was a police officer in Washington, D.C. with the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. Came back, rejoined the sheriff's office, was promoted to the position of chief deputy. In 2009, I assumed the role of acting sheriff when our sheriff passed away. I subsequently then ran for the office and was sworn in as sheriff in 2010. I think one thing that gives me a unique perspective is growing up here. I grew up in this town. I know how it's changed, some for the good, some for the bad. And it gives me a pretty unique perspective on what our citizens need as far as safety and what our community has grown to need over the years as far as safety and keeping people safe here in the community. For instance, we just did a contract with the schools. School safety is one of our big things here. So we just did a contract with the Wayne Highland School District to provide security for a lot of their after-school activities and sports events, in-house events, and whatever the school district needs. And as Sheriff of Wayne County, I can say as a result of all of our efforts in Wayne County, not only the Sheriff's Office, the police, municipal police, and state police, we enjoy a low crime rate. And I would just like to encourage people, come to Wayne County. It's a safe place to visit and a safe place to live.
All right, so that's my video on affordable housing in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank Sheriff Steelman, Mr. Hoff at the hospital, and of course, Superintendent Frigoletto for talking to me and taking the time out of their day to help me make this video. It was really nice of them. Anyway, I'll have another video up in a couple weeks, I'm sure, about fishing in Honesdale. Everybody have a great day. Be nice to each other.